Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Courtney if you don't know me already, and on my channel I react to military videos, sport videos and Drum Corps international videos. In today's video we are checking out, I thought this would be interesting, the US Army's 5 next super weapons. I'm scared. It's actually really scary learning about all these new weapons and technology that could literally blow up the entire universe. Well, not universe, but the entire earth, you know what I mean? Or complete countries, complete cities and stuff like that. Like, these countries have the power to do that, but because of, you know, retaliation issues or contracts and stuff like that, they just can't do it because it would just cause mass destruction in their own country, right? So it's very interesting and kind of scary to learn about this kind of stuff. And I'm sure in this video we're not even gonna get the entire scope of what technology that they're actually producing or already have done already, right? They probably don't want the public or other countries to know what exactly they have. I'm sure they're very strategic with what they put out into the public knowledge and what they keep secret, you know? So I'm looking forward to watching this video. If anyone else does have a recommendation, do head over to my website, which I will link down below. You can make recommendations on there. If you want to see me react to anything on my channel, that's the place to make the recommendation. So let's get into today's video.
Meet the U.S. Army's 5 next superweapons. Russia and China should worry.
There you go.
The U.S. Army already fields an impressive array of weapons. But as the U.S. Army prepares itself for potential conflicts against high-tech Russian and Chinese armies, the Army's working on a slew of new systems ranging from tanks to missiles. The result will be the gradual disappearance of the familiar weapons born during the Cold War, the Abrams tanks and Apache helicopters that symbolize America's arsenal. In their place will be a new generation of weapons. Here are 5 that we'll likely see in the coming years. Number 1. Next generation combat vehicle.
Whoa.
Since the 1980s, the backbone of the Army's armor force has been the M1 Abrams tank and M2 Bradley infantry fighting vehicle. Both designs have been upgraded and modernized over the years. The latest M1A2 has far better sensors and electronics than a 1980s M1, but these are essentially 40-year-old designs meant to stop a Soviet tank assault across the Fulda Gap. The counterinsurgency small wars of the past 2 decades has made armor secondary to infantry boots on the ground. But as the U.S. refocuses on the prospect of mechanized big war against Russia and China, there is new love for tanks. The Army's next generation combat vehicle program aims to create a 21st century armor fleet, including a new main battle tank, infantry fighting vehicle, self-propelled gun, and even robot tanks. The defense industry is pitching several designs, such as BAE's Swedish-designed CV-90 infantry carrier. But whatever vehicles are chosen will reflect the enormous changes in technology over the past 4 decades. Active protection systems to stop anti-tank missiles, tactical networks, and even drones as an integral part of the vehicle's system. And for a really futuristic design, take a look at DARPA's Ground X Vehicle Technologies program, and the conceptual art of a tank that looks like a dune buggy. Number 2. Maneuver Short-Range Air Defense, MS HORAD. Snuggled under the protection of the U.S. Air Force and facing low-tech opponents like the Taliban, the Army's tactical air defenses have lapsed since the Cold War. But with the proliferation of drones and the threat of high-tech Russian and Chinese aircraft and helicopters, the skies aren't looking so friendly for the ground pounders. For now, the Army is opting for a stopgap solution that mounts Stinger anti-aircraft missiles on a Stryker light armored vehicle. But the Army plans to mount directed energy weapons, lasers, on the Stryker, which can engage targets more quickly than missiles, and don't run out of ammunition, except for electricity.
Lasers.
Number 3. Robot tanks.
This is a good idea. This is a great idea.
These were once the stuff of science fiction, but the fact that the US Army has a program called Optionally Manned Fighting Vehicle attests to the rise of the machine. The Army already has a robot test vehicle, an armed remote-controlled M113 armored personnel carrier, and is vigorously pursuing autonomous trucks that can haul supplies without a driver.
Amazing idea too. Oh my god.
Number 4. Future vertical lift. Just as Cold War era M1 tanks are being replaced, so are the Apache and Black Hawk helicopters that comprised Army aviation. The Future Vertical Lift program aims to develop a family of new helicopters, including an attack and reconnaissance machine. Number 5. Long-range artillery and hypersonic missiles. Accustomed to plentiful air support from the Air Force, the Army's artillery has lagged behind that of Russia, which is fielding several new howitzers. But instead of big guns that can shoot out to 20 miles, like the M109A6 Paladin 155mm self-propelled howitzer, the Army is talking of a cannon that can hurl a shell 1,000 miles. Whatever the exact range will be, it's likely the Army will be deploying artillery that can reach hundreds of miles, which vastly extends the lethal zone in which enemy troops must operate.
Oh my god, 1,000 miles. How do you even aim? How do you even aim, bruh? You know what aircraft really amazes me that actually does exist, I didn't know existed, is the stealth bomber. The stealth bomber, it looks like a boomerang. I saw it for the first time in a reaction video actually, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? I had never seen one of those before in my life, and if I had, I probably thought it was fake. You know, like a fake UFO thing. It's crazy. But yeah, I think a lot of those designs and stuff like that is very realistic, and I feel like they've probably already done those. I think they're definitely way more advanced than that undercover that we just don't know about. But I think the robot tanks and the robot transport truck, I think that's what they said. Amazing idea, right? Amazing idea, because that means in war or something, at least no lives get lost, you know, when transporting stuff. And I feel like that's a really dangerous part of the job or of wars, the transporting and going through enemy lines and stuff like that. Amazing idea. And the tank as well, you can send them in and there's no danger of casualties, you know. Of course you can rebuild tanks and stuff like that. Of course it costs money, but you can't get soldiers' lives back. But yeah, again, I think there's a lot more undercover that we just don't know about, especially to do with kind of nuclear weapons. I think that's something that is very under wraps because that is a truly dangerous, destructive technology. Very scary when you think about it. But yeah, did you guys learn anything new today? If you guys want to teach me something new, definitely please comment down below. I'm really interested in military and stuff like this. So if you want to teach me anything, definitely write a comment down below. I really appreciate every time someone does that. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and recommend any videos you want me to watch on my website, which I will link down below. And apart from that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.